So, before this video starts, I just want to go ahead and say, I know it's been a while, but enjoy nonetheless. So, my core argument here in today's video is going to be that piracy is a service problem, not a moral one. So 10 years ago, we thought piracy was dead, right? 2015. We had the golden age of streaming, one Netflix subscription, one Spotify account, one Steam library, and it was finally easier to pay than, well, to pirate. But in 2026, the industry didn't just move the goalpost, they burnt the stadium down. We are living in the era of literal subscription fatigue. You want to watch a show? You need 5 different apps and 3 regional bypasses and a premium tier that still forces you to watch ads. The industry has effectively rebuilt cable TV, but, made it more expensive and, well, functionally broken. When the legal version of a movie takes 10 minutes to find, log in, and to buffer through unskippable trailers, well, what can I say? The pirate version it's just one click and it's 4K, and the industry has failed the basic service test. People aren't stealing because they're cheap, they're opting out of a broken ecosystem. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You don't own the hardware you paid $500 for. It's April 2026 and the Nintendo Switch 2 launched. And the permanent unusable clause is the new EULA, or End User License Agreement, and is the biggest scandal in gaming history. Nintendo didn't just give themselves the right to ban your account, they gave themselves the right to remotely brick and block your console permanently, making it unusable. If their servers detect a non-authorized accessory or a tampered file, they send a kill signal that renders your $500 device a plastic brick. Nothing more than a piece of plastic. Now this is the death of hardware ownership. Then there's the game keycard system that they made. These aren't cartridges, they're basically a physical DRM token. If you buy the game and the original owner didn't deregister it, well, the Switch 2 can flag your hardware as for fraud because it thinks you stole that game. It thinks you're trying to dupe the same key and block your system. When the manufacturer treats every customer like a potential criminal, the customers start looking for a way to bypass the manufacturer entirely. Buying a digital game is just, renting with permission. In 2026, the word purchase has been legally redefined into temporary license. We've seen it all here, publishers deleting or delisting games from user libraries because the music license expired. You paid $70 for a game in 2024, and in 2026 it's just gone. No refund, no offline mode, just a server not found error. This game doesn't exist anymore, or unless you have a time machine, this page doesn't exist. Piracy is currently the only way to own your media. A local file on your hard drive doesn't need a handshake with a server in Tokyo or California, and it doesn't care about licensing disputes. Until buying means owning again, the high seas will stay crowded and likely begin to thrive and grow faster than it has ever. DRM makes the paid experience objectively worse. Why does the pirated version of a game run 15 FPS faster than the one you bought on Steam? One word: Denuvo. In 2026, DRM has become so bloated that it's effectively malware. It eats your CPU cycles, spikes your temperatures, it requires always-on connection for single-player games just because it needs the constant connection to function, to make sure that you own that game, which you don't even own because it's licensed, you're renting the game. If you pay for a game and you get that bloated version that stutters and, freezes during boss fights, if you pirate it, you get the clean version that runs flawlessly. The industry is literally pushing their customers, their paying customers, while providing a superior product for the people they call thieves. Regional locking is an outdated relic of the 90s. It's 2026. We're a globalized society, yet digital content is still gated like 1995. Why does a sub in South Africa or Europe cost the same as in the US, but only 40% of the library? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Regional locking is a corporate greed tactic that makes no sense in the digital world. When you tell a fan this content isn't available in your country, you aren't stopping them from watching it, you're telling them which pirate site to use. The gatekeeper model is dead. The industry just hasn't realized it yet. If it weren't for the archivist wing of the piracy scene, 90% of the early 2020 streaming originals would be lost forever. Companies are deleting completed projects for tax write-offs. They're purging history to save on server costs. Piracy has evolved from getting stuff for free to ensuring stuff exists. In 2026, being a pirate is often the only way to be a historian. We are protecting the culture that the corporations are trying to burn down for a quarterly profit margin. Now, as my final act, I want to say that the industry must either adapt or stop. So where does this end? The great resurgence of 2026 isn't just a phase. It's a structural shift. People have reached their limit with subscriptions, DRMs, and permanently unusable hardware threads for making a simple mistake or simply another person forgetting to de-own the game from their end. The industry thinks they can police their way out of this, but they're wrong. You can compete with a free, permanent, and convenient by offering expensive, temporary, and broken. Until CEOs realize that we want to own what we pay for, the sales are going to stay up and people are going to continue sailing high seas for piracy and likely have a growing number in the near future. So all I can say is that the ball is in their court, and so while I don't personally pirate, I can see why people have interest in doing so. It is utterly, what's the word I can use here? Annoying? And yeah, so let me know what your guys' take are, and what you think about the way that companies are handling this, or whether it's a good thing or whether it's a bad thing, or maybe ways they can fix it. And with that being said, I want to say, if you guys did happen to enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed or liked the video. It pushes my video out to more people. And I just want to say thank you, even if you don't like or subscribe. The fact that you watched the video means a lot to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.